Hello everybody, Joe Hunter here, back with another toy review. And I'm sorry for my absence. It's because I had a 24-hour bug, and I just recently recovered from it. So yeah, today we're gonna review the Deluxe Class Shogun Zord from MMPR Power Rangers. If you're wondering about the Zord Adventure status, I am gonna continue it if my motivation lets me. The first special is gonna be called The Fight for the Shogun Zords. It's not going to be a carbon copy of the new Zords. I decided to change the title to be a bit more original. But anyways, with that out of the way, let's get into the Shogun Zords. As you can see, the Shogun Zords are basically humanoid soldier versions of the Ninja Zords. You can tell because of the animal-looking heads. Like even with the red Shogun Zord, he still has a bit of an ape aesthetic to it. But as you can see, he has these weapons. They all have their own individual weapons, which are just okay. Let's start with the red one. As you can see, the detail on this guy is pretty good. He's got nice chrome, and yeah. As you can see, they're also based off of a Chinese castle, I think. Though I could be wrong. Though that's what the Japanese said about this Megazord. And as for articulation, there's not much. He can rotate his arms, and unlike the Ape Zord, he has a bicep swivel. A bicep swivel. That's very unusual for a Zord or a Megazord to have. And you can move his legs, though that just looks like he broke his kneecap, so that doesn't look good. You also could make the arms go swing outwards, but that's only for transformation purposes. So okay, with that out of the way, let's go over the blue Shogun Zord, which you could tell is the wolf because he has a wolf face. Come on, focus. Focus. Yeah, as you could see, yeah. And all of them have their own individual circles. The red is a circle, their own individual shapes, I mean. Red has a circle. Red just has a square. He also has this lance weapon, which admittedly is pretty cool. Now, as for articulation, he doesn't have much. He does rotate his arms. They can go in and out. And he has double shoulder joints, but that's it for this guy. Next is the pink Shogun Zord, which on the Japanese toy, this was originally white. I have no idea why they made it pink, and it just kind of doesn't look right. It looks kind of weird with this. Now, you could, if you wanted, take parts off, take anything that's silver, and then repaint it into white. Am I gonna do this? No, I don't want to ruin the look of this figure. And plus, I need her for the special. And she does have these dagger-like weapons, which are actually pretty cool, or modified daggers. And she also has a stretched out triangle for her shape. She has the same articulation as blue. Arms can go in and out, rotate, double hinge joint, but that's it. Now on to the yellow Shogun Zord, which has these fused triangles. And as you can see, it definitely has the bear head. And it has this weird weapon, which kind of looks like a rake, if you ask me, a very flimsy rake. Just, and as for articulation, pretty much the same as the red Shogun Zord. Arms can rotate 360. She has a bicep swivel, goes in and out, but that's it. And last but not least, I'm sorry about my voice is a bit close. It's just I have very limited space. Hold on. And last but not least is the black Shogun Zord, which has a pretty weird looking face. I'm not gonna lie. Now, and it does have a hexagon-like shape, although I could be wrong, or whatever. And and as for articulation, it's the same as the yellow Shogun Zord. Arms can rotate 360, bicep, go in and out, but that's it. As for his weapon, it's a pretty neat looking bow and arrow. Yeah. Okay, now on to transformation. We'll start off with black and yellow. What you need to do is bring their arms out, fold this down, close their arms in, close this back up, and then you're gonna bring the feet upwards until they click into place. And then you got a leg. Do the same thing for yellow. Fold that in, close, bring up the feet, and then the legs are done. Now we're gonna save red for last. As for blue and pink, you just have to bring their arms on and make sure that this is lined up right here, because, and then once that's in that position, bring this down. Do the same thing for here. Bring this up and close it in, and then you're gonna bring the feet up to reveal a fist. And then take pink, same thing as blue. Bring the arms up. Oh, there we go. And then you got the arms. Last but not least is red, who's kind of like a mix, except different. You're gonna open up the back, but you'll notice a white piece, and this can be a little fiddly to do. This white piece is the helmet. If you ever want to put, when you're transforming this guy back into Zord form, make sure that it's facing this way, and then the head is gonna fit in this little groove. You're just gonna slide that into place, so that it fluidly closes back in. But now, take this out, fold the arms in, bring this crest up to reveal a symbol. Though on the Japanese toy, this was a different symbol, and also the yellow was a much more golden color. But don't quote me on that; it could be wrong. Bring the feet up. Make sure you have enough clearance, and then make sure they click into place. Bring out these tabs, and then tap them in place. Oh. As you can see, he's starting to get tall. This is as tall as I can get. And then you're gonna click the arms into place. And then last but not least is the head. Bring out the face, bring this down. Well, actually, first put the head down, and then put the wings down so that they lock into place. And there you got the Shogun Megazord. I gotta say, I like the look of this figure. He's quite tall too. He's not as big as tall as the Thunder Megazord, but he's a fairly tall figure. Now, as for the weapons, only the daggers and the bow and arrow can combine into one. You first take the bow and arrow. These notches are gonna clip into here. They're gonna peg in there, and then the daggers are gonna click into place. Oops. And then you get this shield, which looks a little silly, I'm not gonna lie. Oops. Now, as for these weapons, I'm not sure what you do to them, other than there's this hole and a peg. So I guess you can clip that into place to make a lance rake, which looks kind of silly. Not gonna lie, though, that just looks stupid. Ugh, okay. And he also comes with a sword. Now, on the Japanese toy, this was a chrome plastic. Though in the US, it's this stupid rubbery texture, which looks a bit silly. And it does fit in his hand quite well. And what you can do, and in the Power Rangers movie, the Ninja Megazord had this. Now I could get my Ninja Megazord out right now, but it's packed away somewhere. Though not packed away in this box, but it's stacked behind a few other Megazords. I don't feel like going through that. I don't feel like taking them out right now for that little detail. And the shield can clip into place, which looks okay, I guess. Okay, guys, that's all I have to say for this. That's all I have to say for this review. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Hit the subscribe button, like, share, and click the bell so you won't miss out on future uploads. And don't forget to download the Nightmare Charles trilogy and follow both the Andrew John 100 and Nightmare Charles Wiki. Bye bye.